Welcome, dearest youngsters. Yes, we sat here to study Geetha and get tips, understandings for our own life's successes. We are doing it all along from last 6 months, 6 chapters. But in Geetha, sometimes pure Tattvika, Vedantic, spiritual topics are there. So what? I have confidence and faith in you that you are wise enough, capable enough to understand them and understand their importance and keep them in the heart to practice whenever the need, time, maturity, then the opportunity arises. So, no hesitancy. Let us continue learning. Congratulations, welcome. Today is Ganga Dashahara or today is Ganga Pushkara starting. Pushkaras of Ganga. So, from the other side, Badrinath has Alakananda, Kedarnath, Mandakini. Then Bhagirathi from the Gomukha, Gangaji coming, meeting with so many rivers in between. At Devaprayag, it is called as Ganga. Then going to Haridwar, through that slowly to Kashi Kshetram, Prayagrajam, then slowly to Ganga Sagar. So our Shastras believe Ganga is divine or every river is divine because everything in the world is divine only. That is what we are studying also in Gita 12th chapter. So once a at least once in life, having bath in Ganga Maya is good. Take water from there, add one drop every day like I do. एक drop लिया पूजा में डाला पानी में. With that all devatas abhisheka is done and take that tirtham. So divine. So Ganga Jalalava Kanika Pita. Even one drop of Ganga Jala taken, Mrityu Devata will not trouble us. Like that it is there. Gangaji came from the Kamandala of Brahma, feet of Vishnu, and head of Lord Shiva. So, touched by Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, according to our Puranic stories, therefore so divine. So, if you get a chance, go have dip and all. But whenever you go with Bhakti Shraddha. Don't go with analytical mind, taking that H2O I am taking bath in or water. No. यथा दृष्टि तथा सृष्टि ये तामाम प्रपद्यन्ते तान तथैव भजामि. So if you take it only as water, you only get purification to the body. If you take it as a mother, she will purify your heart. Rogam, shokam, tapam, papam, harame, bhagavati, kumati kalapam. So from today, 22nd April 2023 to 3rd May 2023, the Pushkaras Ganga ka hai. If you are nearby, definitely have bath. 12 दिन करो हर दिन जाकर. मुझे मौका होता तो I would have done, but when I was in Uttarakansh and all, almost 6 months, every day we had bath. And it was refreshing, rejuvenating, inspiring. It is so beautiful, there's no doubt about it. But when you take bath with bhakti and with shraddha, so too, don't pollute that Ganga Maya's water with any our physical throwing of the things and mental doubts, etc. Like goddess only you see her, and while taking the dip, ask mother to remove all impurities and give bhakti and jnanam. She is pratika for both. Sometimes when all the three rivers are talked, then Saraswati has jnanam, bhakti is Ganga Maya, Yamuna ji is karma. That's way they talk about pratika. So when only Ganga you talk, she is one in three. Karma, she is serving 48-50 crores of Indians by giving them life from Gomukh to or all those Himalayan ranges up to Ganga Sagar. As a bhakti, you can see how many people have become sadhakas, being at the Ganges banks, having so many thousands of pilgrim places, temples. And Jnana Margins also staying there through the Dhyanam and blessings of Gangaji, they got Jnanam also. So Ganga is all in one. So today being Ganga Dashara or Pushkaras, therefore let us wholeheartedly in the mind salute to her. If you are able to go, go. If not, घर में गंगा जल है तो डाल लो. नहीं तो at least watch in TV and mentally take the dips. Ask mother to purify. In this way, celebrating all festivals, praying to all the gods, visiting all these pilgrim places, and everywhere asking the Lord, Only then the impurities go, purities come, weaknesses go, strengths come, ignorances go, the knowledge will come, dukkha will go, the sukha will come. I too believe strongly in that. Choice is yours. Okay. Chalo, let us continue. Like every day, three topics. First one, Bhaja Govindam, we are learning nowadays. Sixth shloka. Second one, common sense thought, simple one. Fourth one, in the common sense thought, the mischief mind's mischiefs. Geetha mein we'll see eighth shloka, if possible ninth today, where the practice, the Vijnanam aspect of Bhagwan we are doing. So in this 4, 5, 6, 7, 4 shlokas, Bhagavan has told us how he is there in the entire world. No, that experience we have to have. For that, all the opposite thoughts to this knowledge have to be replaced. Therefore, the favorable practices of changing our mind to see the Lord everywhere, that practices are taught. This is called a Vibhuti Upasana. And Bhagavan has said in the seventh sloka, I am permeating all world like the thread in all the beads in a garland. So too, in what things, in what way, Bhagavan is permeating, the few 15 or 14 samples are given. Practice them and extend that practice in the entire life. Then you get a habit of seeing the Lord in everything. Lord alone you are seeing, but misguided by others, we are calling it as Jagat, we are calling it as world, we are calling it by names and forms. Like what I am seeing is gold only. But somebody said, therefore you call it as earring, nose ring, bangle, necklace. Somebody gave that form, somebody gave name, somebody has made it to be utilized there. But all in all, it is gold only. In the same way, the whole world is nothing but Lord. But we were never guided properly to visualize the world as God. On the other hand, we are seeing the world as real only other than God. This is the wrong notion on knowledge, ignorance to be replaced. Therefore, after studying theory in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, the practice will be taught to us. Beautiful is this Bhagavad Gita. Let us start. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhetamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Om Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः ॐ सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् ॐ गङ्गे च यमुने कृष्णे गोदावरि सरस्वति नर्मदे सिन्धु कावेरि Jalesmin Sannidhim Kuru. Today we added one Gita Shloka or Gita Mahatmya, Gita Dhyana Shloka, and all Nadis we remembered. Every day we are chanting one or two of this mantra along with Sahana Vavatu and Guru Brahma. Now, today's Bhaja Govindam is sixth shloka. So, yesterday's shloka was very categorically spoke the truth without any hesitation. That as long as we earn our contributor, so long only our welfare is asked. A little higher step than this, next step than this, more painful step than this is said in the sixth shloka. What it is said is, as long as there air is inside me, that means I am alive. People will call and ask, how are you? Once the body, when the jiva leaves the body or I am dead, nobody comes near. It will be apavitra ashuchi only to come to this body. Even the wife also gets afraid of nearing to that body. That highest naked truth is spoken. For what? Therefore, nothing in the world goes with you are important other than Bhaja Govindam. To convey this point, these things. So, as Shankara was moving, he might have seen somebody dead and all crying, or some are even not going near. So, seeing that, he is reminding एक दिन तुमको भी ऐसा स्थिति आएगा. So nobody will near you. What is near or goes with you is your Bhaja Govindam. Okay, that we will see. Then we'll have one common sense thought, and then Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter, the practices. Okay, theory ka. So let us do that Bhaja Govindam, 6th shloka. What is that? Yavat pavano nivasati dehe tavat pruchhati kushalam gehe gatavati vayau dehapaye bharya bibhyati tasmin kaye. So yavat, as long as pavanaha nivasati dehe, in the body the vayu is there, means air is coming and going, means he is alive. दैट इज हाउ द सांस को टेस्ट करते हैं, पल्स पकड़ के देखते हैं, और पल्स लग रहा है और हवा अंदर बाहर जा रहा है तो ये अलाइव. इफ इट इज नॉट देयर, गॉन. सो इवन दो वन इज इन हॉस्पिटल और इन ICU in coma, but if the inhaling is exhaling going on, people call and ask कैसे improve होएगा, क्या हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है. तावत पृच्छति कुशलम गेहे, even at home. But gatavati vayu, when the vayu goes away and never to come back, deha paye, when somebody dies, everybody okay, bharya bibhyati tasmin kaye, even wife also will not come near. When I was talking on this shloka very seriously, one day, all looked in a very very frightened face, very dukhi, because ऐसी बात कह रहे हैं मरण मरण का वाला. Then I said, do you know, to just make the situation lighter, ऐसे मजाक से कहा, don't take serious. Okay, do you know why the wife is afraid of the body even to go near? जैसे नो स्वामी, पता नहीं फिर उठ कर फिर चाय भाई काफी मांगेंगे, तो इसलिए वो डरती है जाने को. इमीडिएटली एवरीबॉडी जस्ट came out of that mood and just laughed. See, these are inevitable things. Like today I am talking to you, after some time I will die. Then every minute people will calculate only when I have to be taken away to be burnt so that they are free, because after death I am a burden. As long as I am alive, people try to take care of me, so that if I become good, healthy, then they can make use of in one way or the other. When I dead, I am not useful to me or anyone. Therefore, the body is taken and लकड़ी में लगा के जला दिया. Even though our age is 100, 200 years, एक घंटे में जला गया बस. It is inevitable. You may be youngsters now. You live 1,000 years. My prayers to you. But even after 1,000 years, 1 lakh years, the last year, last day, last minute, last second comes, then we are LOST. Mr. X lag jata hai हमको. X means expired, or X is ex minister. So yavat pavanaha nivasati dehe, as long as vayu is coming, going is there, and that jiva is in the body alive, gehe kushalam puchati, they ask, कैसे है भाई, तबीयत ठीक हुआ क्या, and all. One is dead, gatavati vayu, nobody comes near, even bharya vibhyat tasmin kaya, even wife also afraid. So they say when a man dies, the relatives come up to the home level, the wife will come up to the gate level if the women are not allowed. The other relatives come up to the smashano. The body comes with us up to the pyre, pyre, on that fire. Even body also will not come with us. We go all alone. So anyway, that is inevitable. Then, like the first shloka, Dukkurum Karnena Hirai Rakshati, then what does Rakshana? Bhaja Govindam. Therefore, start becoming spiritual. Do some readings, listen to some glorious stories of God, listen about the truth of the Lord, do your upasana and japa, at least 1 2 hours a day. Even you youngsters, though busy in making your life and career, don't be totally away from spirituality, and don't be uh, totally give up your life also. दोनों balance करो. You have to stand on your feet, you have to earn your livelihood, you have to make your career, you have to grow, prosper, no doubt about it. But this is also important. So, one is inevitable, we have to die. Second, inevitable, nobody will come near to us. Third, the body also is burnt. Fourth, till that time, whatever is done or gained, nothing is taken by us. सडनली उठकर उस पैर से यार थोड़ा मेरा सेल फोन देना कांटेक्ट करने के लिए. दैट फेलो नेवर गेट्स अप एंड आस्क्स और कीप मी ऑल माय प्रॉपर्टी के कागज or bank accounts. Nothing, even all ornaments he is wearing, everything is taken away. This is the next one. Fourth is most important. What goes with us is what jnanam we gained, what samskaras we gained. Okay? Samskara means our own habits, tendencies, vasanas. So whatever we do continuously, that becomes samskara. So I am always having bhoga samskara. So those vasanas will go with me. And next life I will be given birth there. Okay, if it is a good positive samskaras, that go with me. So to the jnanam, if I take the world as real, in that ajnanam only I die. When I am born next time, I'll be like that. Instead of that, if I know that the whole world is nothing but God, and I am doing that practice also, next life this goes with us. Therefore, from the shloka, what is inevitable, what is the wrong thing we do while we are alive, what is the right thing to be done. If you can learn it from now onwards, then you get a strong support of goodness or spirituality in your life, holding on to which as basis other things of the life you can enjoy. Whether it is job, earning, professions, your family life, सब कुछ वो बाहर चलता रहेगा. अंदर बिना सपोर्ट का नहीं रहना. एंड सपोर्ट इज ओनली ऑफ द नॉलेज. ऑल दिस पुट टुगेदर इज नॉलेज. So Bhagavan Shankara with his disciples must be while walking might have seen somebody died. Then the wife is crying and not going near. Then slowly they carried that body. Then addressing them, looking at that, he says, देखा रे बेटे, जब तक हवा है अंदर पूछते रहते क्या हाल है. एक बार चला गया, even wife is also afraid, not coming near. So that is the body in which you are. It is not permanent. As long as you are in that, make best use of it. And best use of it is Bhaja Govinda. Or doing dharma, or doing punya, or having good values, or making good habits or samskaras. That is better as long as you are in the body to do. That is the meaning. Clear? ज़्यादा नहीं, इतना काफी है. So in this way, one shloka, Bhagavan Shankara, while giving correct understanding, removing the wrong notions or understandings. What is the wrong notion here? Ignorance that I will be in the body for eternity. Ignorance that I will be valued even after death. कहाँ होगा? Even family members cry for 1 week. उसके बाद फोटो लगाएंगे, उसका चिपकेगा, वो पीछे चिपकेगा, बस उसके लिए फोटो होगा. साल में एक बार भी याद करते. Do you remember your grandfather and all? Nobody remembers. We also will not be remembered. And we are not big terrorists also for us to be remembered. Or big Hitler type of dictators. Or positively a great freedom fighters. ऐसा भी नहीं. Scientists, contributors. So do some useful thing to world. That punya goes to you. Do some upasanas that goes with you. And morely understand the truth or reality. If all that is not done, कम से कम a noble life जियो बस. Okay. ओमत श्री आदि शंकराचार्य कृत भज गोविंद स्तोत्रांतर्गत श्लोकस्य पारायणं जपम शंकरानुग्रहेण गोविंदानुग्रहेण परमात्मनुभव सिद्ध्यर्थम सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक संस्कृते पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं च वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ओके. यावत् पवनो निवसति देहे तावत् पृच्छति कुशलं गेहे गतवति वायौ देहापाये भार्या बिभ्यति तस्मिन् काये. This is shloka. Chant together. यावत् पवनो निवसति देहे तावत् पृच्छति कुशलं गेहे गतवति वायौ देहापाये भार्या बिभ्यति तस्मिन् काये. यावत् पवनो निवसति देहे तावत् पृच्छति कुशलं गेहे गतवति वायौ देहापाये भार्या बिभ्यति तस्मिन् काये. यावत् पवनो निवसति देहे तावत् पृच्छति कुशलं गेहे गतवति वायौ देहापाये भार्या बिभ्यति तस्मिन् काये. यावत् पवनो निवसति देहे तावत् पृच्छति कुशलं गेहे गतवति वायौ देहापाये भार्या बिभ्यति तस्मिन् काये. यावत् पवनो निवसति देहे तावत् पृच्छति कुशलं गेहे गतवति वायौ देहापाये भार्या बिभ्यति तस्मिन् काये यावत् पवनो निवसति देहे तावत् पृच्छति कुशलं गेहे गतवति वायौ देहापाये भार्या बिभ्यति तस्मिन् काये यावत् पवनो निवसति देहे तावत् पृच्छति कुशलं गेहे गतवति वायौ देहापाये भार्या बिभ्यति तस्मिन् काये यावत् पवनो निवसति देहे तावत् पृच्छति कुशलं गेहे गतवति वायौ देहापाये भार्या बिभ्यति तस्मिन् काये यावत् पवनो निवसति देहे तावत् पृच्छति कुशलं गेहे गतवति वायौ देहापाये भार्या बिभ्यति तस्मिन् काये यावत् पवनो निवसति देहे तावत् पृच्छति कुशलं गेहे गतवति वायौ देहापाये भार्या बिभ्यति तस्मिन् काये यावत् पवनो निवसति देहे तावत् पृच्छति कुशलं गेहे गतवति वायौ देहापाये भार्या बिभ्यति तस्मिन् काये भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति डुक्रुं करणे नहि नहि रक्षति डुक्रुं करणे. You know what, old man, either in the hospital or at home, being taken care when he's alive, as long as how people run for this test, that test, ये इंजेक्शन लगाया हो, सेलाइन लगाया हो, इंट्रावीनस लगाया हो, ऑपरेशन कर दी, ये एसी लगाई, ये खाना खिलाया हो, दवा पिलाया, क्या हंगामा होता रहता. इन हाफ मिनट नहीं, 10 सेकंड में ही, when the doctor says he is aspirated, that is what the technical language they say, or he just, I'm sorry, ऐसे डॉक्टर कहते हैं, immediately in a minute only all the attendants, very near ones cry for some time, all other ones immediately think घर कहाँ ले जाए, कितने घंटे रखें, किस ठंडे में रखना है रेफ्रिजरेटर में, which is the smashan ghat is to be taken and burnt, whom to inform, whom to call, when is the masikam or the 3 days or 10 days. Totally the thinking changes. And every moment the body at home is a burden to all. After 8-9 hours, one by one start saying कि अब कब तक रखेंगे. If some children have to come foreign country, it's okay. They wait. समटाइम्स तो सुबह 6 मर गए, 12-2 बजे सब देखने आए और 4 बजे तक सब हो गया. By 10 hours over and that person's age is 90 years. 90 years he lived, but in 10 hours everything is over. So why these are spoken? That first be ready to accept this thing. Second is take that living in this body as a human is an opportunity. Third, don't squander that opportunity in doing all unworthy nonsense things of papa and adharma and all indulgence type of life like animals. Fourth, therefore, make use of the body life. What for? One, do the dharma. Second, do seva to world. Third, do your all punya karma upasanas. Fourth, do your spiritual sadhana of some tattva chintan. In that, not in indulgences, not in excessive sleeps, not in wasting in all gundagardi, all this terrorizing, all destroying the people. ये सब पाप कहा जाता है. That will give you terrible punishments. Learn this. So now through Geetha, are we not, through those texts, is not our intellect opening up, expanding? After listening these things, your mind intellect gets opened up, gets widened in its understanding. That is why every day we must listen to such shastras so that our jnanam grows. With the knowledge grown, we don't take wrong decisions and act wrongly to get wrong results. We will act rightly, then we get right results with the right decisions. Okay, thank you. Now the common sense thought for the day is simple. The mind's mischief we are seeing. One of the mischief by the mind is trying to say or prove the bad as good and also justify. है ना, बैड को गुड के रूप में प्रूव कराते हुए जस्टिफाई करने का नौटंकी हमारा मन करता है. दिट इज मिसचीफ. and we really accept. Any example you take, the junk food kaho ya time wasting, mind wasting, money wasting things kaho, basically they are bad. But the mind tries to talk in such a language that it's good. No, no, अच्छा है, मजा आता है, अरे अभी अभी मजा है, बाद में सजा है. लेकिन अब मजा है, लेकिन बाद में सजा है. हाँ, नो नो नो, वी आर यंगस्टर्स, should we not enjoy it? You know, youth is the age to enjoy. Youth is the age to embrace. Youth is the age to indulge. Who is telling you in your own mind? But he is not the youth only the age for you to establish in your glorious, noble careers, in your characters, in your conducts, in your great achievements in so many fields. But mind says, no, you should enjoy. तो हम जी ओल्ड होने का थोड़े एंजॉय करते हैं, बूढ़े होकर प्यार में थोड़ी फंसते हैं, अभी फंसना चाहिए, है ना. Fall in love like fall in a ditch. Stupid fellows. After marriage, you have to love whom you have married. And marry that whose match fixed by your parents. That is real challenge to you. Is it not? Then look into that kundali of both of you and let everything be properly matched, then get. Then the graha, everything also will support. And you also have to have the love, sacrifice, understanding, acceptance, helping each other. With all these things, you can make your married life beautiful. नहीं तो सत्यानाश. With some attractions, get attached and marry. After that, those attractions are gone away. Each one's ego and negativities come up. Then every day yuddham at home. All young, modern, educated fellows. All means many of them. In this way, within few years, in the court, out of 20 lakhs of cases, 10 lakhs to यही होते हैं. Nonsense it is. After marriage, you should love. Till marriage, you establish in your life. It's all nonsense. If you don't accept like that, then you are trapped by your own mind, which is showing the bad as the good. It is natural at that young age in the mind to have those thoughts, but it is wisdom to curb them and postpone them for post marriage area time, and before that, establishing in your career as best as possible with the existing talents, abilities, resources, and opportunities. But mind doesn't do that. Mind के bad को good के रूप में, whether it is eatable, whether it is seeable, is a place to visit, whether it's a friend circle, whether it's a thoughts, whether it's an actions, indulgences, bad को good रूप में दिखाकर उसको justify कराती है. This is the mischief of the mind. Then getting lost in that mischief of mind, when the nonsense is done, when you suffer, do you think mind will regret and say, I'm sorry? He says, no, 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 I'm sorry, I will show you the other thing. It will take you to the other same nonsense. So guard yourself against this mischief of the mind. Use the intellect unbiasedly. If it is bad, means full stop bad, must drop it. Don't listen to mind. If it is good, that's all, full stop. Do the good. Not only bad को good के रूप में, good को भी bad के रूप में mind दिखाता है. I thought of this to be another topic, but चलो इसको भी इसी में add कर दो. Mind's mischief is also to show the good as bad, like good Bhagavad Gita class. What is bad in this? बताओ. Actually देखा जाए, we are lifting our mind to the level of Lord Krishna's thinking. A Shastra, can there be anything noble than in this world? मध्य क्या जाए, बुढ़ा लोग पढ़ते हैं उसको, अभी थोड़ी पढ़ना है. Who is saying all that stupid mind? It is showing bad in the good. Why should I respect parents? See, seeing the bad in the good. Seeing good in the bad, seeing bad in the good, and justifying both of them. Dekho, if you want to justify anything, you can justify in this world. And if you want to be adamant in anything, you can be adamant in anything. But that justification, adamancy is for good or bad, that decides you will be growing in life or getting destroyed. Choice अपना जिंदगी तुम्हारा, अभी मैं थोड़ी रहूंगा हमेशा आपके साथ. It is your life. As we studied just now in Bhaja Govindam, neither grandparent nor parents nor wife, husband nor children, nobody will be responsible for your life. They will support you, but main responsible person is you. And what is the responsibility here? Not listening to the mind, but listening to the intellect. Intellect should listen to the elders. Elders are those who have studied Shastras and guiding us properly. So the mischief of the mind is what? Showing the bad as good and justifying, showing the good as bad and justifying. Be careful. It is your life. बोल दिया हमने हो गया मेरा काम. No, I'll only watch. Lord also speaks through me and he just watches. And we listen entertainment to us. If you have done well and grown, not listening to the mind, listening to the intellect, congrats. हमको ना कुछ मिलने वाला. You have not heard this thought and allowed the mind to do the mischief of doing the bad by taking as good and not doing good by taking as bad. And you spoil your life. हमको क्या? We tried. What can I do if you don't practice? I'll feel little sympathy, but not for long. I'll go to other student to teach. I can't waste my time. Already I wasted time now by teaching you. I can't waste further watching you fall down, even though when you got wisdom. No time is wasted by anyone. Like Kala. Kala किसी को रुकता नहीं ले किसी के लिए. It gives on opportunities. Those who are using and they are growing. Those who are not using, they are destroyed. Time will not stop for you. Like yesterday was a day, 21st April. Morning it came, evening it over. Whoever have used that day, they grown. Whoever not misused, ate and slept like buffalo. Time won't stop. Again it will bring 22nd of April. आज के दिन जो यूज कर रहा है उसमें अपॉर्चुनिटीज को ही विल ग्रो. लाइक यस्टरडे आई हैड गीता डे बिफोर टुडे. हम तो अपॉर्चुनिटी देते जाएंगे. वो यूज करने वाले करेंगे, नहीं वाले नहीं. So the common sense thought is mind's mischief of showing the bad as good and justifying, showing the good as bad and justifying. Be careful. It is your mind. It is your life. Thank you. Now come to Bhagavad Gita. Very beautiful this is. We are given the highest wisdom in simple words. So, is it not? So the 4, 5, 6, 7 shlokas का essence क्या है कि either look from this side or from that side. It is same. From this side, if you look, is Bhagavan has his two prakritis, apara and para. The apara prakriti is Ashtada prakriti, with which the entire gross world is made, or all the gross subtle causal world, Jada Atmaka, inert is made. Inert cannot function by itself or for itself. Or the consciousness is required. So that is the para prakriti, the jiva bhuta, which is the other one entering into that inert world and living. Clear? So Bhagavan's apara prakriti is all the jadatmaka jagat, para prakriti is jiva bhuta. With these two things only the whole world is made. And these prakritis are never away, apart, independent of the God. So when you see the world is Lord's nature. If you transcend that, you will see the world, Lord Himself, nothing other than Him. From that side, you say same thing. Ki the whole world, if you observe, is it not the play of the Jada and Chaitanya? Inert and consciousness put together is the whole world. So these all inert things have come from the Pancha Mahabhutas and Mana Buddhi Ahankar. And in them, what is playing the play is the consciousness. So these two are the apara lower and para higher prakriti of God. So this wisdom, this is a jnanam. There is no more jnanam. How many of the shastras you refer to than this? But what is required is vijnana. Means practicing this to such an extent that all the wrong, strong thoughts, notions that there is something real other than the God is there are removed from the mind, and we start actually seeing, experiencing whatever is seen as nothing but God. That's called Vijnanam. Jnanam ho gaya, but Vijnanam chahiye. Like Jnanam, don't do himsa because it is very bad, it is a sinful thing. If everybody does himsa the others, nobody will be alive on the world, on the globe. Jnanam ho gaya. Now Vijnanam, throughout the life, we have to see to it that through mouth or speech or mind or words, action, we should not do himsa to anyone. This Vijnanam. And to that extent, we are not doing sin, therefore will not be put in the difficulties or problems by the God. Clear? So these 4, 5, 6 shlokas talked this. Seventh shloka, Bhagavan told us, therefore, what wherefore? Because the whole world is made up of apara ashtada prakriti, para jiva bhuta prakriti. They both are mine. Therefore, and the prakritis are not without me. Therefore, I alone am there in the form of this para apara prakriti. Thus, there is nothing other than me. There is nothing independent than me, nothing higher than me, nothing lower than me in this world. This is what is the shloka. And I am permeating the whole world like the thread permeating the beads. Is it not? The mud is saying that I am permeating all the parts. There is nothing other than me, apart from me, independent of me, higher than me, lower than me in these pots. Only example of pot and mud you talk. Pots or any mud made things. Okay, gold example. But mud is not gold. But mud and gold both are nothing but expression of Bhagavan only. Finally, even the mud and gold also are expression of Bhagavan. This Sharira is made of Bhagavan. In the Sharira, Jiva also Bhagavan. So Bhagavan only playing as Jiva and Deha. Then who playing actual Bhagavan if you want to see? Then you have to transcend the outer world, you have to transcend Deha Tadatmyam, you have to transcend Jiva Tadatmyam. On the seat of meditation, after a lot of study about the nature of the God, then on that seat of meditation, when you transcend all this, not like in Nidra may be transcend karte hai, but on the meditation, consciously, then that substratum, that reality, which is permeating everywhere, whose Shakti alone is one side expressing as Ashtada Prakriti, another side as Jiva Bhuta, and mixing together the whole world is. Now, these are all like when you first time listen any of the mathematics or chemistry wala formula, it is so difficult. So too when you learn driving first time, so difficult it is to think कि क्लच गेयर एक्सीलेटर एबीसी क्लच ब्रेक एक्सीलेटर ये तीनों को ऊपर ध्यान देना है स्टीयरिंग के ऊपर पकड़ना है रियर मिरर देखना है फ्रंट मिरर देखना है बेल्ट ठीक लगाना है हैंड ब्रेक पे कंट्रोल होना चाहिए इट ऑलवेज सो chaotic but then when you go on doing it slowly your whole personality tunes to that then you are now formula 1 racer in the same way in your initial days all these appears to be ambiguous and humbug also. But as you are maturing, growing in deeply contemplating thinking with the logics and examples, you will start become master of this understanding, which is the truth, true understanding. Then your drushti of the world changes. Yata drushti tata srushti. And what is change in the drushti? Whole world is nothing but the Lord. I am in this world sent by the Lord only to serve Him in the form of the world. With this attitude, when you won't do any nonsense. Then you will never suffer. Like this, thousands of the things that are to be spoken, one are to be told. So up to seventh shloka, this Jnanam it is called as. So what is Jnanam? Other than the Lord, higher than the Lord, lower than the Lord, there is nothing. Because it is Lord's apara and para prakriti only are in the making of the entire world. So from that side, world is nothing but para prakriti ashtada jada, and in that para prakriti jiva. Both of them are of this Lord only. And this Lord in the pure Vedanta and all talked as Satyam Jnanavanantam Brahma or Satchit Ananda Brahma means pure existence, pure consciousness and infinitude. These things as they come, I'll talk to you more and more. अभी इसी श्लोक में सारा बता सकते हैं but I am only lifting you little by little only. Not everything giving one day that it becomes indigestion. Okay. Now from the eighth shloka for next 4 or 5 shlokas, the practice is done. In the practice, what Bhagavan says is how you have to see me as the thread in the beads. Seventh shloka में बताया वो. So a garland is there, beads are there, is there thread. Without the thread, the beads cannot be held, garland cannot be. Okay. So in every bead there is a thread holding that. Between two beads, again there is a thread. Then in the second bead also inside it there is a thread. In the same way, inside you there is God. Inside me there is God. In between us, whatever is there, that also there is God. That is the divinity. That is what is the God is there in between you and me in the form of conscious presence. There is nobody like you and me in between you and me. But how do you know there is nobody? Because I am aware of. Therefore, the awareness is there because I am conscious of. So consciousness is there. Understood? This is little subtler. It is metaphysical. For understanding these things, you have to have faith in Guru and God's words and all. When you maintain that faith and bhakti shraddha to Guru for maybe 15-20 years, then he will bless you with such an intellect to understand. Like what you couldn't understand in 5th, 6th standard, when you have grown to the graduation level, you understand some subtle things. So from the 5th to graduation, those 8, 9 years, you went through the process of maturing your intellect. In that same class, physics or chemistry, whoever is teaching. So too, if we are sticking to our Guru and follow him, he will lift our intellect to that higher, subtler level to understand the beautiful things that are said here. And if these things are not truths, not realities, long back they would have been selected and deleted or edited. If our Vedas, if our Vedantas, if our Gitas, from thousands of years, if they are surviving, means what? The only reason is they are truths. They are the reality. Okay. From the eighth mantra, the practice is given to us to see the Lord in everything. It's a practice. Like the driving is a safely taking you destination art, but you have to practice it. If you know theory but don't practice, you will never be using that. So to swimming is a theory, but you have to practice. Cricket, it's a theory, but practice. You know, all commentators do great commentary, but they don't know only when they go to the field and when a 148 speed ball comes, वहाँ के वैसे हो जाते हैं वहाँ. Then you'll understand how great are those openers to face those deliveries. So too, the players on the ground don't know what is the great skill of commentators. Only when they come to the mic, then they know how quickly they have to go on commenting the running of the bowler, the way the ball bowled, where it got pitched, and how the batsman has defended or hit it for 4 or 6, how distance it has gone. अंपायर को देखना है, फील्डर्स को देखना है, ऑडियंस को देखना है, उनका रिएक्शन देखना है. ये सारा फटाफट कोऑर्डिनेट करते हुए that commentator has to give comment. Everything you'll have to talk about the projection, the imaginations, the tentativities, the possibilities, and all of them he has to do unbiased way as a commentator. If he belongs to one country, he cannot be biased to that country. He should only talk as a commentator. Cannot favor in one word also of the players which belong to his country, who belong to. कितना मुश्किल है commentator बनना for players. So to कितना मुश्किल है commentator को player बनना. But practice. How many hours of net practice they do to become a good batsman. So to commentator, the dressing, they smile, they look, they hold the mic, how to be respecting other people. You know, sometimes one commentator is 65 years old, other is 25, 30, 40. अरे यार 30 साल का फर्क है. But you should know the art of respecting other person and all. And you have to shed your egos. Okay, no? The BCSCI presidents can become the commentators. Is it not? The head coach can become commentator with that. So you have to change your roles. And while you are in one post, you might have had some misunderstandings with others. They should not be shown on the camera and all that. You all watch all that, no? But with practice. In the same way, when you are listening from now onwards, in few years, with the faith, when you listen, all these subtle intricacies and the logics behind them, the contemplations behind them, all you will be able to understand. Not at all impossible or difficult. And the same thing on the seat of meditation, when you practice what practices are told by the Guru, really you will be able to see the God behind every para and apara prakriti, behind every rupanama. Like if you practice, you can see the water in every wave. If you practice, you can see the mud in every pot. If you practice, you can see the iron in all iron things. The forms, the shapes may be different. The utilities may be different of the iron thing. कोई नट कहा, कोई गोल्ड कहा, बोल्ट, कोई स्क्रू ड्राइवर कहा, कोई और कुछ भी नाम दो, रूप दो, काम करो. But permeating is one iron only. So too, there may be sun, there may be moon, there is stars, there is a sky, there are wind, there are oceans, there are animals, plants, human, inhuman, so many types of man, woman, boy, young girl. कुछ भी हो, in and through that one Lord only is there. In the transcendental form, Lord alone, like water alone. But in the expression from the Lord only, through his para prakriti and apara prakriti, appearing as this world. This is the experience of the saints. That theoretical knowledge they put in front of us like this. To make that theoretical knowledge experiential, in that eighth shloka onwards, they gave few practices. So for those few 15 practices we do as beginning, like few a formula is told, then few sums are given, the child solves them, then any formula of that type comes, he will apply this formula. Any sum or problem of that time comes, he will apply this formula and solve it. In the same way, the formula is given, he everywhere I am only permeating, there is nothing other than me. Therefore now start seeing it that way and change your makeup. Makeup means the internal intellectual makeup. From not seeing the God and seeing the world as real to seeing the God in that. ये practice को ही साधना कहते हैं. So much done it is that sadhana takes us to such a deepest level that really you see the reality because it is there very much. Any blocks are there, gaps are there in this understanding. Slowly those gaps will be filled up as you are with Geetha and with me continuously. Because all the things I can't teach you one day. And when your first day of college started or school, in that physics there are 15 chapters are there. Does the teacher teach all of you one day? You know, he will take first sound, then the light, then electromagnetism, then the other things. They एक बढ़ाएंगे. So to mathematics, everything he doesn't teach one day. Slowly he will take one by one. Trigonometry लेंगे, calculus लेंगे, integral calculus बताएंगे, then the other things take सब पढ़ाएंगे. So to immediately the biology is not taught. First few days, the botany is not. Biology is taken up to some extent. Thereafter zoology is taken up for some time. Then again, in the same way, I can't teach whatever I know to you one day, even though you are capable of listening. Or even though I can teach, you will not be in the position mode to grasp all of that. I can quote all the Upanishad mantras and explain to you what is the meaning of all. ईशावास्यवेदकं सर्वमेत्किञ्च जगत्यां जगत्तेन त्यक्तेन पुञ्जीदाः मा गुरुतः कस्य सिद्धनं कुर्वन्नेवेह कर्माणि जिजीविषे चरकं समाह एवं त्रयं नान्यतेतोऽस्ति न कर्म लिप्यते नरे. In that I can remember all bhashyas, Vedings and talk to you. Mantras पूरा याद करके. Many of them, even Gita, whole thing without seeing the book, from here onwards up to 18 chapter, what is there, I can talk. पत्तपरतरं नान्यत् किञ्चिदस्ति धनञ्जय मयि सर्वमिदं प्रोतं सूत्रे मणिगणा इव रसोऽमप्सु कौन्तेय प्रभास्य सूर्योः प्रणवः सर्ववेदेषु शब्दके पौरुषं ऋषु पुण्यो गन्धपृथिव्यां च तेजश्चास्मि भावसौ जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु बीजं मां सर्वभूतानां विद्धिवार्सनस्पति बुद्धिर्बुद्धिमतामस्मि तेजस्तेजस्नामहं वृष्टि. All that. बलं बलवतां च अहं कामरागविवर्जितं धर्मा विरुद्धो भूतेषु कामोऽस्मि भरतर्षभ ये चैव सात्विका बहवः राजसास्तामसाश्चैव ते वेति तान् विद्धि न त्वहं तेषु ते मयि त्रिभिर्गुणमयैर्भावैरेभिः सर्वमिदं जगत् मोहितं नाभिजानाति मामयेभ्यः परमव्यं दैवी ह्येषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया मामे मयि प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतां तरन्ति न मां दुष्कृतिनो मूढाः प्रपद्यन्ते नराधमाः मायया अपहृतज्ञानाः. आसुरं भावमाश्रिताः चतुर्विधा भजन्ते मां जनाः सुकृतिनोऽर्जुन आर्तो जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च वरदर्शभ तेषां ज्ञानी नित्ययुक्तः एकभक्तिर्विशिष्यते प्रियो हि ज्ञानिनोत्यर्थमहं स च मम प्रियः उदारा सर्व एवैते ज्ञानी त्वात्मयोमेव तम् आश्रितसंयुक्तात्मा मामेव अनुत्तमां गतिं बहूनां जन्मनामन्ते ज्ञानवान् मां प्रपद्यते वासुदेवः सर्वमिति समात्मा सुदुर्लभः कामैस्तैस्तैर्हृतज्ञानाः प्रपद्यन्त्यन्यदेवताः तं तं नियममास्ताय प्रकृत्या नियताय स्वया यो यो यां धर्म भक्तः श्रद्धया अर्चितुमिच्छति तस्य तस्याचलां श्रद्धां तामेव विदाम्यहं सतया श्रद्धया युक्तः तस्य आराधनीयते लभते च ततः कामान् मये च वितानि तान् अन्तवत्तु फलं तेषां तद्भवत्यल्पमेधसां देवान् देवजो यान्ति मद्भक्ता यान्ति मामपि अव्यक्तं व्यक्तिमापन्नं मन्यन्ते माम बुद्धया परं भावमजानन्तः ममाव्यमनोत्तमं नाहं प्रकाश सर्वस्य योगमाया समावृतः मूढोऽयं नाभिजानाति लोको मामवजयं then loko mamajaham. In this way the whole chapter avajanant ma mudaha manushin dharmashridam param bhavajananta mama bhutamaheshwaram. In this way the whole 7th chapter I chanted for you. I can tell the whole meaning of that also, but you can't catch it in one day. Okay, nahi. Then Vedaham Samadhitani Vartamanantarjuna Bhavishani Bhutani Mantu Vidana Kashana Ichadesha Samuttena Dwanda Mohena Bharata Sarva Bhutani Sarvimoham Sarge Yantu Varantava Esham to Antagatapa Janana Punya Karmana Te Dwanda Moha Nirmukta Tanda Moha Nirmuktaha Vajante Mamduna Prataha Jaravan Mokshaya Mam Ashrite Tantiye Te Brahma Tadvidu Krishna Madhyatma Karma Chakilam Sadi Bhuta Devi Mam Sadi Agnam Chavaye Vido Prayana Kali Vichamam Te Vidu Yukta Chetasa Ananya Cheta Satam Yomam Smrati Nishad Prayana Kali Mam Te Vidu Yukta Chetsaha. In this 7th chapter I chanted with the flow of the meaning in his mind, in my mind. So it doesn't mean that I can give all of that to you in one go. So slowly, steadily, have faith in the glory of Krishna, glory of Geetha, Geeta's Jnanam. In that, so Vyavahara Jnanam for our outer successes, self-management Jnanam for the purification of mind, the spiritual Jnanam for our spiritual evolution. Be matured in this way. No more you have any right now to be an immature youth of not having faith in our scripture, spirituality, and Shastra. You are no more having right of that. Those days of your childishness, your funny youthhood have gone. If you are the regular audience of Geetha, you are already now made up in a positive manner to think bigger, to think spiritual, to visualize the world in its totality. You cannot be like an Astikas. You are not like any arrogant youngster who just becomes reckless and careless regarding most important things of life. You are something different. So have that faith, give that time, take the opportunity, go on listening, keep on learning, go on practicing, go on growing and glowing and flowing. Clear? So these 4 shlokas I'll chant for you. 4, 5, 6, 7, which we have thoroughly done. Now 8th shloka, how to practice this jnanam called as vijnanam. I'll just touch today, tomorrow we'll explain. I'm going this chapter slowly so that you get the essence. I'm repeating also so that it enters into your heart at this age. नहीं तो 80-90 साल भी हुए लोगों को, in that age they are doing upasana, they go to temple, prasad लेकर खाते हैं, मत्था टेकते हैं, festival they celebrate, but they don't have the tattva jnana. Whereas you coming to the Gita class at this very age only, you are given the knowledge about the presence of the Lord. What is the meaning of the Lord's presence in this world? The world is made as by the para and apara prakritis. Through them are both of them are the prakriti of Bhagavan. So in the form of them, Bhagavan alone is there. And what is Bhagavan? Neither the para prakriti nor apara. He is other than both of them. He is witness both of them. But those two things cannot be without him. These things will come in the 8th, 9th, subsequent deeper chapters. पूरा समाधान तो नहीं किया आपको गीता, तो some doubts you may have. We are not meeting together so that you can ask questions I can answer. ये सब shortcomings are there. I am only giving lecture, you are listening. Some things you are understanding, many doubts are there. They will be clarified. Write your doubts, you will see in tomorrow's class they are clarified. In the next topic, next chapter. Clear? So with full faith, come here and listen. So far what you have studied, with the whole world is made up. Apara Ashtada Jada Prakriti, Then the Para, Jiva Bhuta Prakriti. Both of them belong to the Narayana or Paramatma or the God. Or the one to whom these two belong, he is called as God. Him you can call as Rama or Krishna or Shiva, any name you give. He is without any name and form, therefore any name and form you can give him. Like a canvas is without any paint, therefore any paint you can paint on it. In that way. Okay, the fourth shloka was भूमिरापो अनलो वायुः खं मनो बुद्धिरेव च अहंकार इति यं मे भिन्ना प्रकृतिरष्टधा. Fifth, अपरेयमितस्त्वन्यां प्रकृतिं विद्धि मे परां जीवभूतां महाबाहो ययेदन्धार्यते जगतु. Sixth one, एतद् योनीनि भूतानि सर्वाणीत्युपधारय अहं कृत्स्नस्य जगतः प्रभवः प्रलयस्तथा. Seventh, yesterday we saw मत्तः परतरं नान्यत् किञ्चिदस्ति धनञ्जय मयि सर्वमिदं प्रोतं सूत्रे मणिगणा इव. This is the theory. So the garland in that thread. So we generally say in that beads the thread is there. But philosophically, woven or supported by the thread, the beads are standing there. Otherwise, they get scattered here and there. So that way, Bhagwan is in every bead also, between two beads also, supporting the entire garland. So too, in every being, Bhagwan is there. Between two beings, Bhagwan is there, supporting every one of them. Okay? Let us chant this eighth mantra today, in which the practice starts. Everything is not theory, volleyball, theory. But unless you go and play, how to serve, how to defend, how to see to it that when the others are hitting, you have to block it by jumping onto the net. Theory सब पता है नहीं क्या तो basketball. How you have to, that confess, cheat or so to say, escape from the attacker and take the ball and put it. The rugby, how you have to protect your. Every sport has theory and practice. So too, you have understood everything about Bharatanatyam. That is not enough. You have to really do all the mudras. So too, you have understood the cooking. But if you don't make the cooking, you can't eat. You have understood how to live a good life as a husband. But if you don't practice it, you'll get kicked only. Here also, we have understood theoretically, but it never helps. It only makes you philosopher. Philosophy doesn't help you. Wisdom helps you. What is wisdom? Philosophy practiced. In practice, till the experience comes, is wisdom. Like love all, then you get the love back. It's a philosophy. I have to practice it for some years. Then slowly my goodness and loving ability, as understood by the people, they reciprocate. Then it becomes wisdom. And the love should be pure, without even a iota of expectation from anything, from anyone, even anything. That alone is called love. All other things are attachments. Don't mistake attachment to be love. In love, there is only giving, not taking. Whenever you try to take even appreciation back, you don't know actual love. In this way, when I love, I can see the peace of mind in me, joy, and the people may reciprocate, but I don't need because I'm enjoying giving only the love. So this is practice. Like I don't know where you are, who you are you listening or not? None of you I know, but I love you. I'm expressing my love by giving a Geetha Jnanam. In that I am finding my fulfillment. It is a wisdom to me now. What is the wisdom here? When you love someone and serve someone, there is a joy. So I'm loving you, I'm serving you through Geetha. Other service I can't do. I can't give you money or a job or opportunity. वो मेरे को नहीं आता. बट को ये आता है. But I am doing it. Hmm. Hmm. How beautiful that mantra. Okay, let us start. The eighth mantra. Bhagavan says, first one, Rasomapsu Punyogandha. हाँ रसोऽहमप्सु कौन्तेय प्रभास्मि शशिसूर्ययोः प्रणवः सर्ववेदेषु शब्दः खे पौरुषं नृषो. Five things are told as how to practice seeing the God in things. Tomorrow I'll elaborate on this exclusively. Okay, today तो हमको पूरा इंट्रोडक्शन में इन सब में गया. तो रसोऽहमप्सु कौन्तेय प्रभास्मि शशिसूर्ययोः प्रणवः सर्ववेदेषु शब्दः खे पौरुषं नृषो. हे कौन्तेय, हे कुंती पुत्र अर्जुन, अहम रसः अप्सु, I am the taste in the water. What is it? Tomorrow I'll explain. Rasaha aham asmi apsu. Up means water. In the water I am the taste ability. Prabha asmi sheshi suryayoho. I am the light in the moon and sun. Then Pranavaha sarva vedeshu. I am the Omkara in all the Vedas. Shabdaha khe. I am the sound in the space. Paurusham rushu. I am the ability of performance in all the human beings. So a human being, if he has no ability to perform, is dead only. So that ability to perform makes him a human being. Purusha, that is Bhagavan. So you can't imagine a dark sun or the dark moon. So that light in them, because of their sun and moon, is God. So this way, tomorrow we'll talk about. Little subtler, but very inspiring, very enchanting. And silently, if you practice inside yourself, from that side the reciprocation comes. Which and when and how, even I can't say no, but it will happen. I have faith that the Lord feels happy. Arre, this fellow started recognizing me in everything. Yeah, so he will start giving us more subtlety, more beauty of the personality. मजा आता है वो वाला जिंदगी. ट्राई करना. ओके, लेट अस डू कंक्लूजन टुडे. श्री भगवानुवाच रसोऽहमप्सु कौन्तेय प्रभास्मि शशिसूर्ययोः प्रणवः सर्ववेदेषु शब्दः खे पौरुषं नृषो. भज गोविंदम. श्लोक. यावत् पवनो निवसति देहे तावत् प्रोच्यते कुशलं गेहे गतवति वायौ देहापाये भार्यावेभ्यति तस्मिन् काये. Common sense thought, mind's mischief, try to put up bad as good, good as bad, and tries to justify. Be careful about it. Thank you. Today is Ganga Pushkara starting. Do pranams to Ganga Maya. Tomorrow is Akshaya Tritiya. Today is Parshurama Jayanti also. I believe this Parshurama is required today more to finish off all the Dushta Rajas who are destroying the world at large and also country if at all, wherever they are there. है ना, परशुराम जी ने सारे दुष्ट राजाओं को एलिमिनेट किया. सो गंगा अक्षय तृतीया इज टुमारो. सो मेनी ब्यूटिफुल थिंग्स. कनकधारा स्तोत्रम इज गिवन टुमारो. बद्री केदार गंगोत्री यमुनोत्री, ऑल ऑफ देम आर ओपेन्ड. इज इट नॉट? चार धाम, भगवान विष्णु का, शिव जी का धाम, सब दर्शन कर सकते हैं. सो ऑल मिलियन थिंग्स दैट आर देयर. गुड. Browse through all these things and increase your positive, harmless knowledge. Don't browse through the laptop, internet into those things which create the negativities, the desires, or all the Rakshasa gunas in you. Choice is yours. Thank you. ओम दुर्जन सज्जनो भूयात् सज्जन शांति माप्नुयात् शांतो मुच्येत बंधेभ्यः मुक्तश्चान्यान् विमोचयेतु. ओम शांति शांति शांति. गंगा मैया की जय. कृष्ण भगवान की जय. बद्री केदार गंगोत्री यमुनोत्री, चार धाम. इन द सेम वे टू ऑल द टेम्पल्स ऑफ भारत माता की जय. यस फ्रेंड्स. Yes, friends. Thank you.